Lesson 2. Friendship is not about who you've known the longest. It's about who walked into your life and said, "I'm here for you," and proved it. Our precious friends. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Benjamin Franklin. We need you. I know it's not easy for you because we naturally sense each other's distress. And who wants to feel that? The irony is that you can't speed grief up. Contrary to what you've been told, it is not a process. It is a journey. You learn to adapt and adjust to your new pathway or chapter of life. Everyone adapts to it differently. If you saw a little girl or little boy crouched down, hugging their legs and sobbing, would you walk past them, or would you bend down and ask kindly, "Honey, what happened? Are you okay?" Honestly, that is how we feel when our child has died. Like a little child, scared and hopeless, in need of care and a need to feel safe. We are not broken and we don't need fixing. In your own struggle to assist us, you may think it's up to you to make it all better. It's not. Let me put you at ease. You may only be feeling that or thinking that because that might have been your role as a young person in your family of origin. You may have been the person that had to look after everybody. So, if you ever feel uncomfortable approaching your friend or work colleague because you don't know what to say or feel uncomfortable, don't be scared. Just think of us as a little child. We just need you to be there. I hope this section really helps you, our friends, because you see us at our worst, and that can be challenging for you. Just your acknowledgement of what has happened, just a hug, means so much to us, rather than looking away. Seeing you cross the street because it's too painful for you, because you don't know what to say, is so hurtful. It takes courage from you to face what we are facing. Imagine how we feel. We're living it. It means so much. The renowned scholar and author Paul Fussell once said, "The real reason that soldiers fall silent is that soldiers have discovered no one is really interested in the bad news they have to report. What listener wants to be torn and shaken when he doesn't have to be?" So, what can I do, you ask? It's so simple. A hug. Just hug me as if you'll never let me go. And do not release me until I release you first. Just listen. Just nod and hug us. Just sit with me. Watch a movie. Hold my hand. We may or may not want to talk. If we do, we may want to say something as simple as, "I miss him. I miss her." This can be difficult for you as a friend, because you may take that as a signal that we may want to have a big chat. To check this out, all you need to say is, "It must be so painful for you. Do you want to tell me more?" If they say no, it's okay. We are just taking small steps. Thich Nhat Hanh had this beautiful expression about listening. Deep listening can help and relieve the suffering from the other person. It is called compassionate listening. You listen with only one purpose: help him or her to empty his heart. Even if he says wrong things, bad things, curses or swears, or wild talk, or says things full of wrong perceptions, if you want to help him or her to correct their perception, you wait for another time. Just listening like that can bring transformation and healing. Compassionate listening is harder than you think. To just sit and listen without responding can make such a difference to our healing. Look us in the eyes. Don't look away. Don't look down. Look at us. I want to jump in here early and say loud and clear, there is no place and no time for any tough love. when a friend or family member has lost their child, no matter what age they are. We just need to feel understood and loved for who we are, right now, in this space, in this time. Not criticise, not judge, not told to snap out of it, or that we should be over it. There are 3 reasons for this. If you have lost a child yourself, those words wouldn't even cross your lips. Comments such as that shows a lack of understanding, and if anything, will cause us to regress big time. Right now, we are just trying to make it through the day, so please be patient and kind. We do not need an opinion of our status unless we ask for it. Please say nothing, just be present to us. That can mean so much in the difference between our healing process. To be understood. Our brain is trying to understand the situation. It can take years to move forward to acceptance if we don't get the right support. We need our friends more than ever. I would like to share another family story with you. My cousin, who passed away 15 years ago, was diagnosed with terminal cancer. He unexpectedly collapsed when he was at the supermarket and was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. After 3 weeks of tests and scans, it was discovered he had 8 brain tumours. He had to face the fact that he only had 12 months to live. He was only 40 years of age, trying to digest that information, and of course, everyone that knew that he had collapsed in hospital wanted to know what the cause was. When he did tell his friends, they all fell apart. He was the one that ended up consoling his friends, rather than the other way around. I will always remember the day he rang me and told me this news. When I heard his voice, he sounded so alone and distant. I held back the tears and was so glad I did because he said, "Cuz, it's Steve, I've some bad news, and before you say or do anything, please, Wendy, please don't cry, just don't. I can't deal with it. Everyone I have spoken to is crying around me and making me feel miserable. I need you to be normal. Please just be normal." I agreed and he hit me with it. I've got 12 months to live, at best. I remember just saying the most inappropriate thing. "Well, we've got a lot of living to do then before you pop off." He laughed, saying, "I just needed that." It wasn't until I got off the phone that I sobbed my heart out. 40 is too young to die. He had children, young children, that still needed their dad. All I could think of was, what if that was me? What would it be like for my wee family? The reality was I had to put my feelings aside. I needed to be there for him. So as hard as it is, my friend, we need you to try and be normal with us. Ellen DeGeneres said that someone once said to her, "It is one thing to be loved, it is another to be understood." So here are some painful comments of what not to say. God needed another angel in heaven. It was probably better that she didn't live. Her condition would have taken up your freedom and time. You will be able to have more children. You need to pray harder. Keep asking and God will hear your prayers. You'll get over it in time. Time is a great healer. Bleep off. Are you not over it yet? You shouldn't be overly sad. It's not healthy for you. Don't say you understand unless a child of yours has died. You can say instead, "I appreciate this must be so difficult for you." The words you choose really do make a difference. What can you do for a grieving friend? 1. If they don't have this audio book or physical book, buy them one. They will thank you for it. They may not want to be alone, so if it is viable for you to stay over for a night or a few days, ask if they would like this. Remember, always ask, don't assume. Send a card with a beautiful verse. Just phone and say, "I'm thinking of you." It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Deliver a home-cooked meal, snacks or baked goods. Send a warm, cuddly blanket. In the early days, we just want to cuddle up and sleep. Create a roster with friends to help clean their home. Take them for a walk or a nature track, or at the beach. Make it a fortnightly or monthly event. Go for a drive together. Take them to the cinema. Visit them and bring over a movie. Buy some scented candles. If they have a bath, buy them some bath salts. Keep in contact, especially after the first few weeks. Pop in for a cup of tea, but you make the tea. Honestly, it only has to be a quick 5-10 minutes. It tells us you're thinking of us and care. Bring some flowers from your garden. Take them to a show. Give them lots of hugs. Invite them over for dinner and pick them up and drop them off. Sometimes the effort in the early days of going anywhere can be difficult. Give a gift voucher for a massage or hair appointment. Just spend time with us. If you are an employer, and if your business can allow it, offer extended paid leave or the option to come back part-time in the early stages of our journey. This can be of great comfort. The tiredness and exhaustion that seems to overtake your body is something else. And finally, when we can return to work, it would be great to have a work colleague accompany us, at least have this offered so that we don't have to walk in the first time on our own. Relationships are the key to healing. Studies show that having a good support network constitutes the most single powerful protection against being traumatised. A cherished friend can play a critical role in helping you heal. A beautiful scripture in the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures at Ephesians 4:32 says, "Become kind to one another, tenderly compassionate."